influence line diagram. So before that, see, we have already seen what is the reactions, how to find out that reactions, how to calculate reactions, how to calculate shear force values, how to calculate the bending moment values based on the shear force diagram. Next is the bending moment diagram. See, each and every point we have seen in the last classes. Okay, now today we'll see moving loads as well as influence lines. It means already we have calculated shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. Each and every student should know how to draw the shear force diagram and how to draw the bending moment diagram. See, suppose I'll give one structure. In that structure, the sum of the external loads are acting. So due to that load, due to that load, each point we have calculated reactions, shear force, and bending moment. Finally, we have drawn the SFD and BMD. Up to here, these are the last classes. But now today we'll see moving loads and influence line diagram. See, in the influence line diagram, the applications are very, very important. Once I will share the screen now here. One 52 Rakesh. Rakesh. 162 Naveen. Naveen.
The screen is visible.
Okay, nice. So the screen is visible to all the students, no problem. Here, the applications are very, very important in the ILD. Here, the applications are very, very important. See, where can you see your moving loads? Can anyone tell me the answers? So due to this load only, we can draw the influence line diagram. That is called as the ILD, influence diagram. Can anyone tell me the answer? Where can we see the moving loads? Where can we see the moving loads? Can anyone please? Can anyone please? So maximum we can see in the bridges. So the moving loads we can see in the bridges. So before that here, consider a structure. Consider a structure. Maybe A, B, C, D. Here the consider a structure. In that structure, first of all, we don't know the how much load is acting here. See, in the moving loads, we don't know how much load is acting here. So what can we do here? If we don't know the how much load is acting on the structure, then what can we do here? See, here I am assuming a point load here. At any point, if I consider at point A, if I consider point C, point D, that is doesn't matter. But here, consider a point load. So that is a unit load. See, what is the value of unit load? Already we discussed it in the, I think, second unit itself. What is the unit load value? That is 1 kilo Newton. Here the unit load value is 1 kilo Newton load. So here, for that my structure, whatever the structure is having here, for that structure, I am assuming first of all 1 kilo Newton load acting on the structure. On the structure, whether it may be at point A 1 kilo Newton, at point C 1 kilo Newton, at point D, at any point, not only single point, at any point on the structure, the 1 kilonewton load is acting. Maybe it is moving A to B, okay, A to B. Whatever we are saying the 1 kilonewton load, it is moving A to B, or else it is moving B to A. That 1 kilonewton is the moving A to B or else B to A. It means it is traveling from A to B. It is traveling. What is the traveling here? The whatever we are assuming 1 kilonewton load, that is traveling A to B as well as B to A. So due to that load, will have a one diagram. Due to that load, we will have a one diagram that is called as a influence line diagram. So that diagram I will show you later, but just listen the concept. After that I will show you what is the influence line diagram for reaction, influence line diagram for shear force, influence line diagram for bending moment. So this is, just remember one point here. Consider a structure. In that structure, one unit load is traveling, that is A to B or else B to A. So due to that load, we'll draw one diagram that is called as a influence line diagram. See, just now we discussed about here applications are very important. But what type of applications are we should follow here? What are the applications here? That is application in the sense, already you know that is we have a reaction, that is one application. Next, and we have a shear force, that is also application. We have a bending moment, so this is also one application. So mainly we have a three applications in this topic. In the moving loads and influence line diagram, we have three main applications: reactions, shear force, bending moment. Suppose if you take a structure A, B, C, D, totally we have a 4 points. But in these 4 points, especially I need ILD for point B. I need ILD for point B. So I have some applications here. So based on that applications, I can draw the ILD for point to B. Okay. Suppose if I want to point to D, it means ILD for point to D. How to find out the ILD for point D? So we have a three applications. We can apply these three applications at point to D. So then we can draw the influence line diagram, that is ILD for point to B. It means you can take any individual point. Then we will draw a influence line diagram. Suppose just now we discussed about where can we see this type of moving loads. So maximum we can see the bridges. Okay. So this is one type of bridge. Okay. A, B, C. So just now we discussed about, we can see the moving loads maximum in the bridges. So here consider a bridge with the span of A, B, C. Okay. Consider a bridge with the span of A, B, C. And on the bridge, one truck is moving. Suppose imagine this is a one truck. Okay. One truck is moving. So what is our initial point and what is our maximum point? See here, if the truck is starting from point A, just imagine if the truck, whatever the truck here, the truck is starting from point A, then it is slowly moving from A to B. Then it is slowly moving from A to B. After that, again, the maximum point is C. The maximum point is C. It means from B to C, from B to C, say truck is moving. Generally, first initial point is A, middle point is C, maximum point is C. Middle point is B, maximum is C. So your first is starting moving from point A. A to B, it is moving. Next B to C, it is moving. It means it is traveling. Whatever track we are taking here, that track is traveling from A to B as well as B to C. So due to that, each location will have a different ILDs. Suppose first my location is point A. First location is point A. So in that point A, we will have a one separate ILD diagram. Separate ILD diagram. Okay. After that, it is traveling from A to B in this point. So whatever the track that is traveling A to B. So due to it means the truck means here some of the live load is acting here. See, the truck is traveling. Traveling means it's a live load. It's a clear-cut case of live load. So lively at point A, one load is acting. After that, lively at point B, the load is acting. So due to that load, again we will have a separate ILD. Separate ILD. So after completion of the point B, again the truck is traveling point B to point C. Point B to point C. It means the live load, whatever the live load is traveling B to C. So due to that load, again at point C, we will have a some influence line diagrams. Some influence line diagram, so that finally what I am trying to say here. So due to that, we can identify. First of all, due to that loads, we can identify our influence line diagrams. Okay. First of all, identify the influence line diagram with the unit load 1 kilonewton. So this 1 kilonewton I'll explain later. How can we should take that 1 kilonewton load, that I'll explain later. Next. So first of all, identify that loads and identify the influence line diagram. Based on that, will calculate reactions. Will calculate reactions. Maybe RA, RB, RC, etc. Okay. We'll calculate the reactions. Based on the reaction values, then we will calculate the shear force values also. Then we'll calculate the shear force value also. That is maybe shear force A, shear force B, shear force C. Okay. Now, based on that shear force values, we can draw the SFD also. We can draw the SFD also. So up to here, 2 points completed. Reactions completed, SFD completed. After that, we calculate moment values also. After that, we can calculate moments also. Based on moment values, we can draw the bending moment diagram. Based on the moment values, we can draw the bending moment diagram also. So these are the applications. Main applications are reactions, shear force, and bending moment. Bending moment. So generally, what is the main definition of ILD? What is the main definition of ILD? All of you note down. That is, see, ILD means influence line diagram. Don't confuse here. Influence line diagram. ILD means, okay. See, generally ILD represents a graph of functions. ILD represents a graph of functions. See here, what type of functions are there? What type of functions? See, just now we discussed about, we can say it is functions, we can say it is applications. So like reactions, shear force, bending moment. Okay, bending moment for various location of unit load under the span to calculate the given quantity. So this is our definition of influence line diagram. Generally, it is represents a graph of functions. Like just now we discussed about our functions, our applications, like reactions, shear force, bending moment, for various location of unit load. So that unit load also we discussed about, that is 1 kilonewton. 1 kilonewton under the span to calculate the given quantity. So this is our definition of influence line diagram. Mainly remember these 3 points. That's it. There is nothing to worry in the influence line diagram. Just the main concept is reaction, shear force, and bending moment. See, generally this influence line diagram is the advanced topic. It's a advanced topic. Mainly when we are using this type of ILDs, means mainly live load purpose. Generally, if you take, already we have taken one example like a bridge and one truck is moving. So due to that live load, we'll calculate reaction, shear force at various spans. See, generally, if I show you one example here, how to calculate the reaction, that is ILD for reaction. How to calculate? First of all, we don't know the load, but our assumption is 1 kilonewton. So, by taking off 1 kilonewton load, how to calculate the reactions? Here, the first concept is reaction. First of all of you take a screenshot up to here. Then we'll go for ILD for reaction. How to calculate ILD for reactions? That's important. Without load, we can't calculate the ILD. Without load, we can't calculate ILD. That also, this is live load. Suppose one example, the first point, it is acting 10 kilonewton load, but If coming to second position, how much load is acting, we don't know, because that is live load. So based on the speed, one vehicle is moving on the bridge. One vehicle is moving on the bridge. Suppose at point A, it is having 10 kilonewton. So due to the speed level, so if the speed is increases, if the speed is increases, then what about the load here? We don't know. What about the load here? We don't know. So here we should take first of all 1 kilonewton as a live load. First of all, we can take 1 kilonewton as a live load here. That's it. Up to here completed. All of you take the screenshot. Next, how to calculate the ILD for reaction. First point is reaction. So ILD for reaction here. See, all of you listen carefully. It's a very simple concept only. Nothing to worry here, but just listen, concentrate. That's it. First of all, take one beam. Take one beam, maybe a simply supported beam. Okay, A to B, and already you know that the whole span is L. Okay, whole span is L. Here the main concept is how to apply 1 kilonewton load. That is important. Remaining part is same. How to calculate the reaction, already you know that. How to calculate the reaction, already you know that by applying of equation of equilibrium. That part is same. But this 1 kilonewton load, how to apply that 1 kilonewton load? See, first of all, here I will be applying 1 kilonewton at the initial point. Okay, at this point. At this point. So this is my 1 kilonewton load. Okay, and so here at point A, 1 kilonewton load is acting. Next is this 1 kilonewton load, I will be shifting from here to somewhere here. Here to somewhere here. See, suppose if I keep 1 kilonewton load at point A, then I can't calculate the reactions. As well as if I apply the point load at point B, here also I can't calculate the reaction. So what I am trying to say here, whatever the load 1 kilonewton is acting, same load just to transfer from point A to somewhere here. So here I will be applying 1 kilonewton load. 1 kilonewton load. It means at a distance of x meter. At a distance of x meter, I am shifting 1 kilonewton here. Generally, the total span is L, but from A to up to load, it is x. So, what about the remaining distance here? L minus x. Generally, whole span is L. Next, remaining distance is L minus x. A, B. Okay. Now, here we have a two supports. Here we have a two supports. It means here reaction RA is acting and reaction RB is acting. RA and RB. Now calculate reaction. Now calculate reactions here. See how to calculate the reaction. Already you know that from the last so many classes we are calculating the reactions. It means by applying of equation of equilibrium we can calculate our reactions. We can calculate our reaction. Here, first of all, I will be applying moment about A is equal to 0. This is my first equation of equilibrium. That is in this point. Okay, moment about A is equal to 0. It means whatever the forces passing through point A, that will be 0. Here RA is moving through point A. So I can write it as RA into 0. Okay. Next. Here 1 kilonewton load is acting, but how it is moving? And our direction is clockwise is positive, anti-clockwise is negative. Okay, already you know that a sign convention of equation of equilibrium, clockwise is positive, anti-clockwise is negative. So it is moving in this way. It is moving in this way, that is clockwise direction. So consider positive. Load is 1 kilonewton and it should be multiplied with the perpendicular distance. Here the perpendicular distance is x meter. Here it is x meter. So x. Okay. Now at point B we have one vertical reaction and our moment about A, how it is moving. So it is moving in this direction. Okay, it is moving in this direction, that is anti-clockwise direction. So minus RB, it should be multiplied with the perpendicular distance. What about the perpendicular distance from point B to point A? That is L. RB into L is equal to 0. Okay, now from this equation it is 0 and it is 1 into x means x minus RB into L. So I can write it as x is equal to, here it is minus, if you send it to right side then it is RB into L. Now from this one, RB is equal to x by L. RB is equal to x by L. In this structure, RB completed. Now we have a other unknown, that is RA. How to calculate RA? By applying of other equation of equilibrium. Already moment about A completed. Now I required reaction RA. The RA is in vertical direction. So here I will be applying summation of all vertical forces is equal to 0. That is Fy is equal to 0. Fy is equal to 0. It means, what is the sign convention when we are calculating the vertical forces? That is upward consider positive, downward consider negative. That is our sign convention. So here RA moving upward direction, RB moving upward direction, and 1 kilonewton load is moving downward direction. So we can write it as RA plus RB minus 1 is equal to 0. RA plus RB, because these two are moving upward direction. So plus next 1 kilonewton load is moving downward direction. So 1 kilonewton is equal to 0. Okay. Now already we know that RB value, that is x by L. So the RB value substitute in this equation, then you will get RA value. RA plus RB means it's x by L is equal to, here it is minus 1 kilonewton. If you send it to right side, then it is 1. Now RA is equal to this equation I can write it as 1 minus x by L. X by L. Okay. Here LCM is L. Finally, RA is equal to 1 into L. L minus x by L. X by L. So these are the RA and RB. These are the general reactions RA and RB. Now, what about ILD for RA? That is, what is the influence line diagram for RA? That is, here already we have calculated RA and RB. So ILD for RA. How to find out ILD for RA? See, generally, just now we got RA value. What is the value of RA? That is L minus X by L. L minus X by L. This is our RA value. Now here, in this given diagram, we have 2 points A and B. Whole span is L. Whole span is L. Okay. Now find out ILD for RA. ILD for RA. It means first of all at point A. It means this is our point A. At point A. Is there any distance is acting at point A? No. It's a just point. We don't have any distance at point A. So I can consider x is equal to 0 where at point A x is equal to 0 because this is our initial point, starting point. So we don't have any distance. So x is equal to 0 at point A. Now substitute this x equal to 0 value in above equation. Then RA is equal to L minus 0 by L. It means L by L. So L cancel. Then RA is equal to 1. RA is equal to 1. Now, here we have a B point also. B point also. So, our B point is acting somewhere here. Okay? Somewhere here. So, you can see from A to B. A to B. See, initial point already completed. Now the maximum point is B. Now the maximum point is B. It means what is the span of AB here? That is, your span is starting from A and it is A to B. So our span is L here. Our span is L. It means at point to B, span is L. So where x is equal to L, but where at point B, x is equal to L. Now same value substitute in RA. Same value substitute in RA. That is, what is the value? L minus x by L. L minus x by L. So here x means substitute L value. L minus L by L. So where RA is equal to 0. Where RA is equal to 0. What is our main heading ILD for RA. It means influence line diagram for RA. Okay, see, this is your influence line diagram for RA. Here it is A, here it is B. Okay, now at point A, see, we have a 2 points A and B, but at point A our value is 1. At point A our value is 1. So this is our point A. 1 means somewhere here acting, that is 1 kilonewton. Okay, we got positive value, so it is above the beam. Positive means above the beam, negative means below the beam. Next, coming to the point B, coming to the point B, we got 0 value. Point B, we got 0 value. It means this is our point B. 0 means it is acting at point B only. Now join all the points. Okay, yes, this is our ILD for RA. This is ILD for RA. It means influence line diagram for RA. So main concept is RA. So we'll get our maximum point at A side only. Maximum quantity or else maximum intensity will get RA only. Suppose if I take ILD for RB, suppose if I take ILD for RB, then automatically I will get maximum intensity or else maximum quantity at point B. That I'll show you here. That I'll show you. That is ILD for RB. ILD for RB. See, don't confuse here. Again, you students are considering this formula L minus X by L. Don't consider here because we are taking ILD for RB. Already we have calculated the reaction at RB. What is the reaction at RB? X by L. RB is equal to X by L. So write down here clearly. RB is equal to X by L. RB is equal to X by L. So same concept. Generally this is your diagram A and B and whole span is L. Okay. Now first of all here the initial point is A. Okay. First of all our initial point is A. It means at A, at point A. What is the distance here at point A? This is our initial point. So we don't have any distance. So I can put it as simply 0 because your initial point is starting from 0 onwards. So simply I can put it as 0. Now this 0 value substitute in RB equation. That is RB is equal to 0 by L, where RB is equal to 0, where RB is equal to 0. It means at point A it is 0. At point A it is 0. Now what is our second point? B point. It means the span is from A to B. Span is from A to B. What is the whole span A to B? That is L. So we are considering at point B. We are considering at point B. What is the maximum span at point B? L. L. Now x equal to L value, substitute in the RB equation. RB is x by L. Generally your RB is x by L, but in place of x just substitute L, then it is L by L. So RB is equal to L by L means L cancel, it's a 1. Where do you get this 1 value? At point B. At point B. Now draw the influence line diagram for RB. That is, see, this is A and B. A and B. First of all, consider at point A. At point A, our RB is 0. At point A, our RB is 0. So here point A RB is 0 means you will get exactly at point A. The ILD you will get exactly at this point A. Now we have a other point, that is point B. At point B, our RB is 1. At point B, RB is 1. So this is point B. Our value is 1. So somewhere here we'll get value 1. Okay, now join all the points. Join all the points. Okay. This is for RB. It means ILD for RB, this diagram. This diagram is ILD for RB. See, just now we calculated for RB. So you will get maximum intensity or maximum value at B only. In the first case, we have calculated ILD for RA. So in that we got our maximum intensity at point A, and in this case we have calculated at the RB. So we got our maximum intensity at the point B only. This is a small example only. It's a small example. All of you take a screenshot here. Next. Next is the generally what is the use of ILD? It means where can we apply this type of ILDs? Uses of ILD. Generally, first case is not required. Generally, the first case is not required. But as per your knowledge purpose, I am telling you first case also. Case number 1. That is, in this case number 1, to calculate the given function under given set of loading, given set of loading. It means to calculate the reaction at B under given set of loading. Under given set of loading. Okay. Here the first case is to calculate the given function under given set of loading. So you can take a structure A, B, C, D like that. So in that structure, so many loads are acting. So due to that loads, calculate the reaction at B. Calculate the reaction at B. See what is the given diagram once see here. A, and here one load is acting, and here also one load is acting, and here also one load is acting. So number of loads, a set of load, it means number of loads A and B. Okay, under the load it is C, under the load it is D, under the load it is E. Now point C having 100 kilonewton load, point D having 50 kilonewton load, point E having 200 kilonewton load. Now what is the distance here? What is the distance from A to C, C to D, D to E, E to B? Okay, here it is 2 meter, here it is 2 meter, here it is 3 meter, here it is 3 meter. Our question is to calculate reaction at B. To calculate reaction at B. Generally, for this type of case, I am telling you only this type of case. Already we know that how to calculate the reaction by applying of equation of equilibrium. We can apply like this. Okay, so there we'll find out RB value, but in the influence line diagram, that is not correct process. By applying of equation of equilibrium is not correct process. So don't take any type of equation of equilibrium. If you take, we'll get same value only. If you take, we'll get same value only. But what is the difference between if you take equation of equilibrium as well as ILD? So it should have some differentiate, na? So this is one of the advanced topic. Already I told you this is one of the advanced topic. Now, how to calculate the reaction at B due to this advanced topic, that I'll explain now. So here the point load, so number of point loads are there, 100 kilonewton, 50, 200 kilonewton. Our question is calculate reaction at B. Calculate reaction at B. So first of all, draw the influence line diagram. See, just listen, only one problem. Then you can do the number of problems in this ILD. Okay, how to calculate this type of reactions, that is important. See here, first of all, read that question carefully. Calculate reaction at B. At B. So this is A and this is B. Up to here clear? Now, at point B, we have a maximum intensity. Okay, it means this is 1. At point B, just now we calculated reaction RA, reaction RB. So as per last equations, as per last ILDs, here I am drawing the influence line diagram for RB. So at point B, we'll get maximum intensity. So this is our influence line diagram for RB. Suppose if we ask to calculate reaction at A, then our maximum intensity is here. Then B point is 0. B point is 0. Okay. Now, here load is acting. Here load is acting. Okay. In this point. In this point. Okay. So at point C here load is acting. Next. At point D also the load is acting. Okay. Next at point E also the load is acting. E load is acting. Up to here clear? Now here the maximum intensity is 1. But what about in this point? What about in this point? What about in this point? See, okay, these are the 2 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter. But maximum intensity is 1. Okay, initial intensity is 0. Okay, up to here clear, no problem. Initial is 0, maximum is 1. But what about CDE? What about CDE? So next we should calculate these three values. Just give this is x1, give this is x2, give this is x3. First of all, find out these three values. These three values. How to find out these three values? That is by applying of similar triangle concept. By applying of similar triangle concept. Similar triangle concept. Then we can calculate the x1, x2, x3 values. Okay. Generally, what is the similar triangle concept formula? If you take a triangle, in the triangle perpendicular by base. Perpendicular by base. So this is your similar triangle concept formula. Now, first of all, I need x1 value. I need x1 value. So by similar triangle concept, that is first triangle is A, B and up to the maximum intensity. So this is your first triangle. Okay, this is your first triangle. In this first triangle, what is the perpendicular here? What is the perpendicular and base? That is perpendicular is 1 by base. Base is A to B. 2 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter. 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 3. That is 10. That is 10. Now I need x1 value. So consider other triangle. that is A to E. A to E, because my unknown x1 value is in E only up to here. Okay, this is other triangle. This is other triangle. So in this triangle, what is the perpendicular here? That is x1. Perpendicular is x1 by base. Base is A to E only. A to E only. 2 plus 2 plus 3. That is 7. That is 7. Now, from this one, x1 is equal to 7 by 10. Where x1 is equal to 0.7. Okay? Where x1 is equal to 0.7. Now, find out x2 value. Same concept by applying of similar triangle. Here, see, similar triangle is means in each and every point consider first this triangle only, bigger triangle. Bigger triangle. So that is 1 by 10. That is 1 by 10 is equal to, now we need x2 value. We need x2 value. It means up to here. Up to here. So make them to triangle shape. Make them to triangle shape. So perpendicular is x2. Base is up to here, point to D, A to point to D. 2 plus 2, 4 meter. 2 plus 2, 4 meter. So 1 by 10 is equal to x2 by 4. X2 by 4. Where x2 is equal to 4 by 10 and x2 is equal to 0.4. x2 is equal to 0.4. Now, last one is x3. Now, same concept by similar triangle. Similar triangle means consider first bigger triangle. This is our bigger triangle. Maximum intensity is 1. It means it is a perpendicular. Base is 10 meter. So 1 by 10 is equal to 1 by 10 is equal to, now we need x3 value. We need x3 value. So make them to triangle shape. This is our triangle shape. Okay. Now perpendicular by base. Here the perpendicular is x3 by base. Base is A to C. So x3 by 2. x3 by 2, where x3 is equal to 2 by 10 and x3 is equal to 0.2. So these all are the ordinate values. These all are the ordinate values. Why we are calculating the ordinate values? Because to calculate the reaction at B, first of all find out the ordinate values under the load only. How to find out the ordinates and where can we find the ordinate means under the loads only. Under the load. Okay. Now, finally, again draw the influence line diagram with the showing of ordinate values. With the showing of ordinate values. That is A, and here we have a C, and here we have a D, here we have a E, and it is B. Generally, reaction at B, maximum intensity is 1. Okay. Now, see, whatever the values we calculated, just write here. That's it. Generally, it is 2 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, 3 meter. Now, here we have a x1, here we have a x2, here we have a x3. What is the value of x1? 0.7. 0.7. What is the value of x2? 0.4. What is the value of x3? 0.2. So these three are the ordinates. These three are the ordinates. See why we have calculated these three ordinates? Because to know the reaction at B. Now, how to find out reaction at B with the advanced topic? How to find out reaction at B with advanced topic? Very easy. Very easy. I'll show you here clearly. Once see, generally, see here in the influence line diagram, in your external point of view, you can draw the number of diagrams. Then only they will give marks. Otherwise, they won't give. Number of drawings we can draw in the external exam. So here it is 100 kilonewton. Here it is 50 kilonewton. Here it is 200 kilonewton. Okay, and we have some distance that is not required maybe. And for this, just now we calculated the ordinate value. So again draw the diagram. A, B, and here and here, and load is acting. So okay, C, D, E. Here we have a 0.2. Here we have a 0.4. We have a 0.7. 0.7. Now find out reaction at RB. Very easy. Reaction at RB. How to find out the reaction at RB? Very simple. Given load into ordinate. Given load into ordinate, then you will get reaction at B. See here, RB is equal to 100 kilonewton. 100 kilonewton. It should be multiplied with the ordinate, that is 0.2. Okay, plus next load is 50 kilonewton. So 50, it should be multiplied with ordinate. Ordinate is 0.4 plus next load is 200 kilonewton. It should be multiplied with 0.7. Now, what is the value? All of you calculate this value. Tell me the value of RB. What is the value? All of you take a screenshot here. That is 180 kilonewton. Here the RB is 180 kilonewton. See, already we know that our old process, that is equation of equilibrium process. So you can take equation of equilibrium and calculate. Definitely you will get same value for RB. Same value for RB. Wait for 1 minute. Before that, all of you take screenshot. See, anyone calculate by using of equation of equilibrium, then tell me the value of RB. Anyone? See, already you know that how to find out the reaction by using of equation of equilibrium. Already you know that. Anyone once try it? Not now. You can try in your homes. Definitely you will get 180 kilonewton. But in your external point of view, if he asks ILD, then you can go this process only. Then you can go this process only. So these are the different set of point loads. These are the different set of point loads. See, the point load is very easy. For calculation of RB, point load is very easy. But if you take a UDL, then how to calculate the reaction at RB? Almost same. See, whatever the steps we have followed in this first diagram, same has to be followed UDL also, but there is some small change. There is some small change because word is uniformly distributed load, UDL. So where is the small change? I'll show you here. So up to here, is it completed? 183, Divya.
Yes, sir.
Is it completed or not? Have you taken screenshot?
Yes, sir, I took.
Okay, 163. Gauri?
Yes, sir.
Gauri, is it completed or not?
Completed, sir.
Okay. So next, same concept with UDL. Same concept with UDL. Okay. Calculate reaction at B. Calculate reaction at B. That is RB. So this is our next question. Next question. And the given diagram is A, and here UDL is acting. Okay. Next, here one support A, B. Okay. Next, this point is C and ending point is D. Now the intensity is 60 kilonewton per meter. Now from A to C it is 1 meter. From C to D it is 4 meter. From D to B again it is 4 meter. Again it is 4 meter. See, same concept. Once again, listen carefully. That's it. Now, solution. Now, solution. Here C to D is the UDL. C to D is the UDL. That is only difference. Remaining is same. Remaining is same. Now, generally, what is the first step here? That is to draw the ILD for RB. So, what is the diagram? This is diagram. So he is asking RB. It means point B. Okay. Here the maximum intensity is 1. Okay. This is our influence line diagram. Now here the maximum intensity is 1. Okay. But here C to D it is having uniformly distributed load. So in this point, next at point to D, okay, then calculate the ordinate x1, calculate the ordinate x2 here. C, D. Here it is 1 meter, here it is 4 meter, here it is 4 meter. So first of all, already we know that at point A the intensity is 0, at point B the maximum intensity is 1. But we don't know the intensity at the loads. It means at point C we don't know the ordinate value, at point D we don't know the ordinate value. So first of all, find out x1 and x2. See how to find out x1 xt. Already we have calculated in the previous problem. That is by taking of similar triangles. By taking of similar triangles. Here apply similar triangle concept. That is from A to B, and it is maximum intensity. Next 0 to 1. This is our first triangle, bigger triangle. So in the bigger triangle, perpendicular is 1. Perpendicular is 1. And base is A to B. 1 meter, 4 meter, 4 meter. That is 9. That is 9 is equal to. Now first of all, I need x1 value. I need x1 value. So up to here make one triangle. Up to here make one triangle. See, that is up to here. Okay. This is thick color up to here. Okay, now in this triangle, say observe thick color. In this triangle, our perpendicular is x1. What about base? Base up to here only, from A to up to this point. 1 plus 4, that is 5 meter. That is 5 meter. So from this one, where x1 is equal to 5 by 9. x1 is equal to 5 by 9. Now calculate x2 value. Same concept, similar triangle. Here the first triangle is bigger triangle, that is blue color mark. This is our bigger triangle, because we know maximum intensity at point B. So always I am taking bigger triangle only, because my intensity, maximum intensity at the point B. So always I am considering bigger triangle. What is the value? Perpendicular is 1, base is 1 meter plus 4 meter plus 4 meter, that is 1 by 9. 1 by 9 is equal to, now I need x2 value. So up to here make one triangle. See, thick color. This is one triangle. From this triangle, our perpendicular is x2 by 1. x2 by 1. Now from this one, where x2 is equal to 1 by 9. x2 is equal to 1 by 9. Okay, so same values indicate in place of x1 and x2. Same values just indicate in place of x1 and x2. This is 1, A, B. Here it is C, here it is D. Where our x1 value is 5 by 9, x2 is 1 by 9. Okay, 1 by 9 and 5 by 9. But you need to observe from here onwards. Because see, at point C, we don't have single point load. So what we are having from C to D, it is having uniformly distributed load. It means the load is acting throughout C to D. It is not acting at a single particular point. It is throughout acting C to D. So just to shade this region, because in this portion the load is acting. Because it is the uniformly distributed load. Now this portion is C to D. Is the area of shaded region. Area of shaded region. Okay, now find out RB. Here. See, generally in previous condition, we have seen load into ordinate. In previous condition we have seen load into ordinate, because the load is acting particular point. In the last condition the load is acting at particular point, but it is C to D. The load is acting throughout C to D. So here if you observe clearly C to D, once observe C to D, it means the total area of this region. It means the total area of this region. See how it is look like. How it is look like? Can anyone? It is look like a trapezoidal shape. It is look like a trapezoidal shape. Now, can anyone tell me the formula for trapezoidal? That is area of trapezoidal. What is the formula? Can anyone? Area of trapezoidal. That is A plus B by 2 into H. So area of trapezoidal is A plus B by 2 into H. It means here we have a two different values, two different ordinates, 1 by 9 as well as 5 by 9. So here A is 1 by 9, B is 5 by 9. Now what about the H? What about the H here? Again, don't confuse here. A to C 1 meter, 4 meter, 4 meter. 1 meter, 4 meter, 4 meter. See, we are considering this area only. This area, this shaded region area. That is, we have a 4 meter. We have a 4 meter. So here H is equal to, we can write it as 4 meter. 4 meter. So finally, what is the RB formula? What is the RB? That is intensity of UDL. Intensity of UDL into area of ILD under load. Area of under load. That is, what is the intensity of UDL? Intensity means given load. See, given load UDL is 60 kilonewton per meter. Intensity mean that is load only. 60 into area of ILD under the load. Area of ILD. So this is our area of ILD under the load. See, in this place only we have a load. So this area is under the load only. This area, whatever the load here we are having, 60. So here it is 60 kilonewton meter, and this total area is under the load only. Now we have a one formula, because it is look like a trapezoidal shape. So what is the area of trapezoidal? A plus B by 2 into H. So A is 1 by 9, B is 5 by 9, and H is 4. Okay, all of you write here. 1 by 9 plus 5 by 9 into h by 2. H by 2 is 4 by 2. Okay. Now calculate RB value. Calculate RB value. That is, after calculating, then you will get RB value 80 kilonewton. RB value is 80 kilonewton. 80 kilonewton. See, there is very small difference. Last problem and this problem. In the last problem, there is some different loads, and here the load is acting some like 10 kilo, 20, 30, like that. And after that, here we have some ordinates like 0.2, 0.4, 0.7, like that. So in previous problem, what we have done, just to 10 into 0.2, because it is single load. Single load, we have a single ordinate, and plus 20 into 0.4. 20 into 0.4. But here, what is the small change means? We have a UDL. So that, first of all, consider the UDL portion. UDL portion. Then we'll get one shape. Then we'll get one shape. Based on that shape, we have a one formula. All of you take screenshot here. So this is entirely your case number 1. Case number is just the load is acting at a particular point. The load is acting at particular point. But these loads are not movable loads. These loads are not movable loads. It's a constant loads. It's a fixed loads. It's a fixed loads. But in the case 2, it's a different. Complete up to here. $77, Sanjay. $79, Shiva.
Sir, 77.
Sanjay, is it completed or not?
Sir.
79, Shiva. 88, Bikash. 188. 118, Shivakanta.
Yes, sir.
Is it completed? Have you taken screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is the case number 1. Now what about case number 2? What about case number 2? So in the case number 2, to locate the position of the live load, to get the maximum value of the quantity. This is our second case. It means here the word is live load. It's a movable load. It's a movable load. It means suppose for example, one UDL is acting 80 kilonewton meter with the span of 4 meter. And suppose imagine your bridge. May be a 16-meter bridge. a 16-meter bridge. Okay. See, it says 16-meter. Your bridge or else your floor may be a 16-meter span. Here, what is our condition? To locate the position of the live load. To get the location, to locate the position of the live load, to get the maximum value of quantity. It means, first of all, find out this 80 kilonewton per meter with the span 4 meter. Where can we locate that 80 kilonewton per meter? Because it is live load. It is live load. Maybe this 80 kilonewton per meter may be acting in this 4 meter. And after that, anyway, it is live load. So automatically it is traveling from here to here. This is also 80 kilonewton per meter and with the 4 meter, or else again anyway it is live load, so it is traveling from this point to again here there is 80 kilonewton per meter. So it means, first of all, locate the position here. Where can we locate that 80 kilonewton per meter with the span of 4 meter? First of all, we'll find the position here. That is how to find the position based on given value only. That is, calculate reaction at B. Calculate reaction at B. So he is asking calculate reaction at B. So this is our B. It means, where can I locate that UDL with 4 meter? Automatically at point B only. I will locate that 80 kilonewton per meter with the span 4 meter at that point B. Once observe that diagram. A and B. Actually, this is your original case. This is your original case because the load is movable load. The load is movable. So generally he is asking some load 80 kilonewton per meter and it is 4 meter. Okay. And calculate reaction at B. It means in this point up to 4 meter. So this entirely 4 meter I placed here. That's it. I placed in this point. Okay. Now this is C. Now this is C. C to B is 4 meter. C 4 meter. Imagine this is C to B and it is 80 kilonewton per meter. So same intensity I have applied here. That's it. Now our main span is 16 meter. So the whole span is 16 meter. But from C to B it is 4 meter. Now I need A to C. That is 16 minus 4. Then it is 12 meter. Then it is 12 meter. Okay. Suppose if he asks calculate reaction at A. Calculate reaction at A. Then simply this C to B I can place here. I can place here up to 4 meter. Okay. But he is asking in this problem at B. So whatever the load with the span I placed at point B only. Now what is our first step? What is our first step? First step is to draw the ILD, influence line diagram A and B. And he mentioned calculate reaction at B. So we'll get our maximum intensity at point B only. At point B, that is 1. Okay, that is 1. Now, so in this point to up to point C, we have a load, that is UDL. That is UDL. Just imagine this point is x1, because here the maximum ordinate is 1, and also here the load is acting. From this point to this point, the load is acting. So find out the ordinate in this point. Find out ordinate in this point. That is, see, it is 12 meter and here it is 4 meter. This is point C. How to find out that x1 value? That is from similar triangle concept. Here we have only single point, that is x1. So first of all, consider the bigger triangle. It means full triangle. Okay, full triangle. So what is the formula for similar triangle? Perpendicular by base. Our perpendicular is in the bigger triangle 1 by base. Base is from A to B span, that is 12 plus 4, 16. So 1 by 16. Now I need x1 value. I need x1 value. So consider up to here and make one triangle shape. This green color, because our ordinate, our unknown ordinate is at C point. So up to here, make one triangle. Make one triangle. Now equal to, what is the perpendicular here? x1. x1 is the perpendicular by base. Base is remaining distance 12 meter. 12 meter. Where x1 is equal to 12 by 16, 4 3 4 4 ja. Where x1 is equal to 3 by 4. Where x1 is equal to 3 by 4. Now same diagram draw here, then you can easily understand. And don't forget about it is uniformly distributed load. This is uniformly distributed load. A, B. It is 1. And up to here, it is the 4 meter. And it is 12 meter. But if you consider A to B, it is 16 meter. And just now we got the value here. Just now we got the value, that is 3 by 4. 3 by 4. Now, once you remember your previous concept, so if from point to C to point to B, if we are having UDL, then what should we do here? If it is UDL, it means total from C to B. Total from C to B, we can take full area. This is our C, C to B. Consider this total area, because the load is acting throughout C to B. Throughout C to B. It means, what is the shape here? What is the shape here? This is also a trapezoidal shape. This is also a trapezoidal shape. Now, what is the formula for trapezoidal? Just now we discussed about regarding our area of trapezoidal. Area of trapezoidal, that is A plus B h by 2. This is our formula. Okay. In this formula, what about A? See, you can consider only shaded area. You can consider only shaded area. So in this shaded area, we have a two ordinates. One is 3 by 4, other one is 1. So here A is the 3 by 4 and here B is the 1. Okay, write clearly here A is equal to 3 by 4 and B is equal to 1. B is equal to 1. Now find out RB. Find out RB. Once again open your previous problem. What is the formula we are having there? That is intensity of load. Intensity of load, that is load means UDL. Again, don't confuse here. Intensity of UDL into area of ILD under UDL. Area of ILD under UDL. So here area of ILD under UDL means this total trapezoidal shape and given intensity of load. What is the given intensity of load? 80 kilonewton per meter. Okay. Into area of ILD under the load is, we have a one formula, A plus B into H by 2. Okay. 80 into A is 3 by 4 plus B is 1 into H by 2. It means you can take only this area of shaded portion. Already 3 by 4, 1 completed. Remaining is 4 meter. So here H is the 4 meter. Here H is the 4 meter. Now what is the value of RB? What is the value of RB? So after entering these values in your calculators, then RB is the 280 kilonewton. Then RB is the 280 kilonewton. Okay. So this is the way to find out our values. This is completely regarding reactions. All of you take screenshot up to here. Okay, next. See here, our case number 2 is to locate the position of live load to get the maximum value of quantity. So in this case, we got 280 kilonewton as a maximum. Next problem, that is regarding wheel load. Regarding wheel load, it means, see, in previous case we have seen the UDL. Here it is wheel load. Wheel load. Okay. So this is your wheel, and here also we have a one wheel. Now what is the given load here? This is our 60 kilonewton load. This is our 200 kilonewton. Span is 4 meter. Span is 4 meter. Suppose there is a one bridge, or else suppose you can see in your floors. So what is the total span here? That is 12 meter is there. Okay, but in this 12 meter, once again remember the case number 2, that is to locate the position. To locate the position, see this 60 kilonewton, this 200 kilonewton, where should I locate? Where should I locate here? That is, first of all, again you need to observe given problem, that is find reaction at B. Find reaction at B. So it is A, it is B. It is A, it is B. So this wheel load I can locate at point B only, because he is asking at B. He is asking at B. So definitely I can locate my wheel load at this point with the 4 meter span. So up to here there is a 4 meter span. So this is our location of wheel load. Observe clearly. Then it is 60 kilonewton, and then it is 200 kilonewton. Now from here to here it is 4 meter span. 4 meter span. See, but total span from A to B, total span from A to B is 12 meter, but here the wheel load is 4 meter, and from A to C remaining distance is 12 minus 4, that is 8 meter. That is 8 meter. Now what is the first step? First step is to draw the influence line diagram for particular given diagram. See, reaction at B, calculate reaction at B. It means we'll get maximum intensity or maximum ordinate at this point B only. At B only. Now, so here in this point load is acting, but we have a maximum intensity, that is 1, but here also load is acting, here also load is acting, but we don't know the ordinate value here. So consider it is x or x1. Consider it is x or x1. Okay. Now from here to here it is 4 meter. C to B 4 meter. A to C 8 meter. Now total span is 12 meter. Total span is 12 meter. Now I need this value. I need this value. How to calculate that value? Same. See, the concept is same. That is by applying of similar triangles. Similar triangle concept. That is A. First of all, I am considering the bigger triangle with the blue color. So this is bigger triangle. This entire blue color is the bigger triangle. What is the perpendicular here? 1. Here the perpendicular is 1 by base. Base is from A to B. A to B is 12 meter. Is 12 meter. Okay, is equal to now. Now I need x1 value. I need x1 value. So from point A to up to here, make one triangle. Green color. Now green color. Okay, green color. Now what is the perpendicular here? X or x1? X or x1, whatever it may be, by base. What is the base? See, up to here. Up to here. It means we have a 8 meter distance here. 8 meter. 8. Where x is equal to 8 by 12. Where x is equal to 8 by 12, that is 4 to the 4 3s are. Where x is equal to 2 by 3. Where x is equal to 2 by 3. So this 2 by 3 value substitute in place of x. Substitute in place of x. Now draw other diagram. Now draw other diagram. A, B, it is 1. Okay, up to here. And it is 4 meter. It is 8 meter. Total is 12 meter. Okay, no problem. This is C. And just now we calculated the ordinate x value here. What is the value? 2 by 3. 2 by 3. Okay. Now find out RB. Find out RB. See, in this problem, don't confuse. This is not a UDL. This is not uniformly distributed load. So don't shade any region. Don't shade any region. Because it is not UDL. It's a just point loads are acting. Okay, it is wheel load. It is wheel load, but we have a 2 point loads. So formula is very easy. Formula is very easy. See, before that, we'll see A, B, and here we have a wheel loads. Okay, 60 kilonewton and it is 200. Okay, it is C. Now A, B, and here we calculated one value, that is 2 by 3. It is C. 4 meter, 8 meter. Now find out RB value. Very simple, because it is a point load. It is a point load. Once remember your first problem number 1. We have a point loads. So what is the formula? That is RB is equal to this load, whatever the load into ordinate. Load into ordinate. That is 60 into 2 by 3. Okay. Next, plus again we have a other load, that is 200 kilonewton. And what is the ordinate here? 1. Ordinate is 1. So 200 into 1. 200 into 1. Very simple. If the point load means load into ordinate, but if it is UDL means load into shaded area. Remember these two formulas. If it is point load, then reaction value is load into ordinate. Load into ordinate. Suppose if it is UDL, then load into shaded area region. Shaded area region. Now what is the value of RB? Once calculate the value, then it is 240 kilonewton. Then it is 240 kilonewton. So this is the way to find out reactions in the influence line diagram. See, this is very simple. See, whatever the given diagram, based on that, just to draw the influence line diagram. But you need to check whether it is the left side, right side, that is A or else B. Based on that only, give maximum intensity that particular point. Here, each and every problem I have taken only at B. I have taken only at B. Why? Because see, if I take at point A, then again you will be get confused. So that reason, each and every problem I have considered at point B only, because it is very easy for you. Again, if I consider point A, then you will get very trouble. All of you take screenshot up to here. So this is reactions. Okay. Anyway, I'll send the PDF to your WhatsApp group, and also it is recorded. After that, I'll make one video and I'll make one YouTube link. That link also I'll share you. Just listen carefully. That's it.